everybody deserves a voice, but not everybody deserves to be listened to. Stephen A. Smith, was the money not enough? Was the lifetime of earnings that you made over your career as a sports analyst not enough for you? The fact that you've decided to venture into political analysis, right, which is not inherently a bad thing. There is a correct way to do this. But the fact that you've just kind of ventured into it using the same audacious, bold, loud, boisterous character that you have on Sports Center and Fox Sports or wherever you came from. The fact that you think that that maps one to one onto something with real world consequences, right? Like punditry. Because people listen and people base their opinions and their beliefs off the things that you say. The fact that you want to bring that kind of blood sport that you engage with over there into political punditry, we have enough of that. We don't need any more of that. The fact that you are bold enough to sit on stage with the likes of Adam Mockler, Bill O'Reilly, Chris Cuomo, and try and speak on subjects that you have absolutely, you have no clue what you're talking about. You're a perpetual fence sitter where you're always between an opinion. You're always sitting on the side of, I'm just asking questions. I'm just asking questions. When does the time come to stop asking questions and just look into it for yourself? Because if you're just asking questions over and over and over again, at some point you're trying to get a message across. And I think everybody picks up on it. Everybody sees exactly what you're doing. It's another political grift. We got enough of them. And now we got you sitting on your show talking about, let's look at the clip.
Jasmine Crockett has been on this air, or invited on this show for 4 months. AOC has been invited on this show for 4 months. Gavin Newsom has been invited on this show for longer than that. Props to Hakeem Jeffries. He's a friend of the show, always welcome on here. I like that man. I respect him. Chuck Schumer's been invited on this show, hasn't shown up. Where they at? Every single Republican I have asked to show up on this show has either said yes or that they're coming. Not the Dems. Why?
So you just saw it there. You have Stephen A. Smith sitting on his show asking, why won't the Democrats come on my show and talk to me? But all the Republicans do. Stephen, have you ever thought that maybe you're not worth talking to? That maybe you're not serious? Why would Chuck Schumer come on the Stephen A. Smith political show? What kind of positive externality could Chuck Schumer derive from being on your show? What kind of groundbreaking journalism are you doing, Stephen A. Smith? You're not doing anything. You're out there for $1. You're just there for $1. And I think it goes beyond that. I think you have this inflated sense of self. And it's probably necessary to get as far as you have in life. And in the career path that you've chosen for yourself. It's probably a very necessary factor. But that's okay when it comes to sports. When you cross over into politics and it's still about yourself, it's a different game. It's a different game.
Ladies and gentlemen, keep in mind that the Epstein files were in existence and free to have been opened during the Biden administration. You were there for 4 years. How come you didn't open it as a Democratic Party then? What am I missing? I'm not saying I know. It's a legitimate question. Maybe I don't remember the answer. Maybe my extraordinary producers should be able to help me during the commercial break. But from my understanding, the same files that were open or being open now with the 220 pages of documents or whatever it is, with various emails, that could have been done when Biden was in office. Well, why didn't you do it? if it's so important now?
That is something we call hooting and hollering. That is textbook hooting and hollering. He's sitting up there yelling, just yelling about something he doesn't know anything about. Asking why weren't the files released during the Biden administration, and that he's just asking questions. Have you Googled it? Have you looked into it at all? Before coming on your talk show and disseminating this information to your audience? Have you decided to even look into why? Maybe the fact that it was an active investigation under Biden. Maybe the fact that Biden was still trying to keep up the pretense of independence for the Department of Justice so as to not obstruct in the investigation. So as to not give the appearance of impropriety in the investigation. Maybe you're so used to, Trump directing his Department of Justice at every turn that you've forgotten that that's not what you're supposed to do with the Department of Justice. The Department of Justice is supposed to be a bipartisan, independent entity, not something that is at the behest of the president, not something at the behest of the executive branch. But then again, Stephen A. Smith, you don't know anything. You don't know anything about what you're talking about. You don't know the fact that the grand jury testimony can't be pulled by Biden. That's at the discretion of judges. You don't know the fact that the Maxwell investigation was still ongoing. So Biden can't pull this vague collection called the Epstein files. What are the Epstein files? This is an amalgamation of like 7 different sources. The point is, the slightest bit of a research could help. And there's this meme that goes around that says you should be carded and ID'd in order to buy podcasting equipment. Ironically enough, let's not talk about me. But there's some truth to that, Again, everybody deserves a voice, but not everybody deserves to be listened to. And Stephen A. Smith, for the love of God, quit the hooting and hollering. Do a bit of research. And if it's a political grift, it's too obvious. You got to make it a little more subtle. That's all I got. Wait. Bonus clip. I found this after finishing the recording, so I'm hopping back in. Bonus clip. Here's Stephen A. Smith saying he doesn't care about child sex trafficking because he's about to go enjoy a nice Friday night out. Boom.
You're in an uproar off the Epstein list? That's all you've got? It's really, really surprising that this matters. Of course, I think there's a list, but I don't know. I suspect, but I have no knowledge, nor do I care. It's Friday night. I'm getting ready to go out and enjoy myself. I'm getting ready to have a nice weekend. I could give a damn about the Epstein client list. It has no effect on me whatsoever. I have a life. I don't understand for the life of me why this matters so much